In this problem, we're going to find the tangent line to an integral function. So let's define a function as an integral function. Let's say we have g of x is equal to the integral from, let's say, 3 to x of t squared plus t dt. So let's find the tangent line to this function at x equals 4. So what we need to find a tangent line, as you recall, is a point and a slope. The point in this case would be the point 4 comma g of 4. And actually, finding the point is probably going to be harder than finding the actual slope, because the slope, as you call, is going to be g prime at 4. And we can find g prime at 4 by first finding g prime at x. G prime at x is then taking the derivative. So we're going to come up here, we're going to take the derivative here, and we're also going to take the derivative of my right-hand side. And based on the fundamental theorem, g prime ends up being just x squared plus x. And therefore g prime 4 is pretty easy to find. G prime 4 is going to equal 4 squared plus 4, which is 20. So we have a slope of 20. Now, not too difficult, but now we're going to find g of 4. G of 4 can be found. Let's go back and recall that this was not a derivative. We'll take this out here. And so to find g of 4, all we're doing is we are putting the number 4, which means we're also putting a 4 here as an upper limit. So we need to anti-derive t squared plus t. So t squared plus t becomes 1/3 t cubed plus 1/2 t squared. And we're going to evaluate this from 3 to 4. Let's put 4 in first. So we get 64 thirds plus 8. And then we're going to subtract. And then we're going to put 3 in and cube it, 27 over 3, so we get 9. And then we get 9 halves. So let's put this all in terms of, we'll put this in terms of, say, 6 sixths. So we're going to have 128 over 6, and then we're going to add to that 48 over 6. And then we're going to subtract, I guess we'll say 54 over 6 plus 27 over 6. So here we have 176 over 6, and then we're going to be subtracting 81 over 6, and therefore we get, what is that, 95 over 6. And that's the value of our y value, g of 4. So now we're going to put this together. We're going to have our y value along with our x value and our slope of 20. So we're going to get y minus y1, so y minus 95 over 6 equals slope of 20 multiplied by x minus 4. And we can leave it right here in point slope form. So there's my final answer.